God's love is limitless and unconditional, a truth that brings comfort, strength, and hope to countless hearts. His love does not depend on who we are, what we do, or how we live. It exists beyond our understanding, reaching every soul, regardless of their past mistakes or present struggles. Unlike human love, which often comes with conditions and expectations, God's love is pure and infinite. It does not waver, nor does it fade over time. Whether we acknowledge it or not, His love surrounds us in every moment of our lives. From the very beginning, God has demonstrated His boundless love for humanity. He created us with care, designed the world for us to live in, and provided all that we need. Every breath we take is a gift from Him, and every blessing we receive is a reflection of His kindness. Even when we fail to recognize His presence, He continues to love us without hesitation. His love is not like human love, which often depends on emotions or circumstances. While people may turn away from us due to our mistakes, God remains by our side, always ready to forgive, guide, and embrace us. His love is evident in the beauty of nature, in the warmth of the sun, in the coolness of the breeze, and in the endless sky above us. Every sunrise is a reminder of new beginnings, every rainfall a symbol of His mercy. Even in the darkest moments, His love is like a light that never dims, always offering hope and reassurance. When we feel alone, it is His love that comforts us. When we are lost, it is His love that leads us back to the right path. No matter how broken we feel, His love has the power to heal and restore us. One of the greatest proofs of God's unconditional love is His willingness to forgive. As humans, we make mistakes, sometimes repeatedly, yet He never turns away from us. He does not hold grudges or seek revenge. Instead, He welcomes us with open arms whenever we sincerely seek His mercy. His love teaches us patience, kindness, and the value of second chances. If God the Almighty can forgive endlessly, then surely we should also learn to forgive one another. His love inspires us to be better, to show compassion, to spread kindness in the world. Even when we face difficulties, His love does not leave us. Hardships and struggles are not signs of His absence, but rather opportunities for growth and strength. Sometimes we may not understand His plan, but His love assures us that everything happens for a reason. He tests us, not to punish us, but to make us stronger and bring us closer to Him. His love is the force that gives us courage when we are afraid, peace when we are troubled, and hope when everything seems impossible. No one is too far from God's love. No sin is too great to separate us from His mercy. His love is available to everyone, regardless of background, mistakes, or past actions. He loves us not because we are perfect, but because we are His creation. This love is the greatest gift, one that can never be taken away. It is the kind of love that stays with us in every moment, through every joy and every sorrow. It is the love that never gives up on us, never abandons us, and never stops believing in our potential. In a world where human love often fails, God's love remains eternal. It is the source of true peace, joy, and purpose. If we open our hearts to His love, we will find comfort in knowing that we are never alone. His love is limitless, beyond measure, beyond reason, and beyond anything we can ever imagine. It is a love that embraces, forgives, and lifts us up, no matter where we are in life. God provides for us in ways we often take for granted. From the moment we come into this world, He has already prepared everything we need to survive and thrive. He gives us life, breath, and a world filled with countless blessings. His provision is not limited to material things, but extends to our emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being. Whether we realize it or not, every aspect of our existence is sustained by His care and mercy. His generosity knows no bounds, and His blessings are given freely, without expecting anything in return. One of the most evident signs of His provision is nature itself. The sun rises each day to give us light and warmth. The rain falls to nourish the earth, and the trees provide shade and oxygen. Every living creature is provided with what it needs to survive, from the tiniest insect to the largest animal. Humans, too, benefit from this perfect system. where food grows from the soil, rivers flow to quench our thirst, and the air remains fresh for us to breathe. These are not coincidences, but signs of a creator who provides for his creation with wisdom and care. Beyond the physical world, God provides us with love, relationships, and support. He places people in our lives, parents, siblings, friends, and mentors, who guide us, protect us, and bring us comfort. Even when we feel lonely, He is there, offering His presence and peace. He listens to our prayers, understands our struggles, and fills our hearts with hope. His love is the greatest provision of all, for it gives us strength in times of weakness and courage in times of fear. In moments of hardship, when we feel lost or hopeless, God's provision becomes even more apparent. There are times when we struggle to find answers, when everything seems to fall apart, yet somehow we find the strength to move forward. That strength is not our own. It is His gift to us. When we lack something, He provides in ways we never expect. A door may close, but another one opens. We may feel abandoned, yet help arrives from the most unexpected sources. These are not coincidences. They are signs of His presence, reminding us that we are never truly alone. His provision is not just about meeting our needs, but also about guiding us towards what is best for us. Sometimes we desire things that may not be good for us, and when we do not receive them, we feel disappointed. But in reality, He is protecting us from harm. What we see as a loss may be a blessing in disguise. His wisdom surpasses our understanding, and His plans for us are always better than our own. If we trust in Him, we will realize that everything happens for a reason, and that His timing is always perfect. Gratitude is the key to recognizing God's constant provision. When we focus on what we lack, we fail to see the countless blessings we already have. But when we open our hearts to gratitude, we begin to notice His kindness in every moment. Every meal we eat, every breath we take, every smile we share is a gift from Him. Even challenges are a form of provision, for they shape us into stronger, wiser, and more resilient individuals. No matter what situation we find ourselves in, we can be certain that God is providing for us. He knows our needs before we even ask. He understands our fears and concerns. He has been taking care of us from the very beginning and will continue to do so until the very end. His provision is constant, endless, and filled with love. All we need to do is trust in Him, be patient, and be grateful for every blessing, big or small, that He bestows upon us. God's love remains constant despite our mistakes, a truth that offers endless comfort and hope to humanity. Unlike human relationships, where love can fade due to misunderstandings or failures, God's love does not depend on our perfection. He loves us not because we are flawless, but because we are His creation. No matter how many times we stumble, His love never runs out. He does not turn away from us when we make mistakes. Instead, He patiently waits for us to return to Him, always ready to forgive and embrace us once again. As human beings, we are bound to make mistakes. We sometimes make the wrong choices, hurt others, or fail to live up to our own values. There are moments when we feel distant from God, burdened by guilt and regret. Yet, despite our shortcomings, His love remains unchanged. He does not love us only when we do good or follow the right path. His love is unconditional. Even when we stray, He does not abandon us. Instead, He continuously calls us back, offering us countless opportunities to seek His guidance and mercy. One of the most beautiful aspects of God's love is His endless forgiveness. When we sincerely repent, He wipes away our past mistakes and gives us a fresh start. He does not remind us of our failures or hold them against us. Instead, He welcomes us with open arms, just as a loving parent forgives a child who has gone astray. His love is not based on what we have done, but on who He is. The most merciful, the most compassionate. No matter how far we have drifted, He is always ready to bring us back, if only we turn to Him with sincerity. Throughout history, countless stories demonstrate how God's love remains constant despite human errors. Prophets, saints, and ordinary people have all experienced His mercy and guidance, even after making mistakes. Many of them struggled, doubted, or even disobeyed at times, yet God continued to guide them because His love does not waver. He sees beyond our flaws and recognizes our potential. His love is not conditional on our past, but on the sincerity of our hearts. So He values our efforts to improve, no matter how small, and He rejoices when we seek His closeness once again. Sometimes when we make mistakes, we may feel unworthy of God's love. We may think we have gone too far or that He will no longer accept us. However, this is never the case. His love is far greater than any mistake we could ever make. He does not reject us when we fail. Rather, He encourages us to rise again. Even when the world judges us harshly, He continues to see the goodness within us. His love is a source of hope, reminding us that we are never beyond redemption. God's love teaches us a valuable lesson about how we should treat others. Just as He forgives us despite our flaws, we too should learn to forgive and love others despite their imperfections. If the Almighty, who has power over everything, can show such mercy, then surely we as His creation should also strive to be more compassionate. His love is a guide for us, encouraging us to show kindness, patience, and understanding in our relationships with others. No matter how many times we fail, no matter how many wrong turns we take, His love remains unchanged. It is always present, always available, and always ready to lift us when we fall. His love does not decrease when we sin, nor does it increase when we do good. It is infinite and everlasting. All we need to do is acknowledge it, seek His guidance, and trust that His love will always be there to support us, guide us, and bring us closer to Him. God's mercy is endless, a truth that brings hope and reassurance to every heart. No matter how many mistakes we make, how far we stray, or how lost we feel, His mercy is always available to us. He does not hold grudges, nor does He limit His forgiveness. His mercy extends to all of creation, embracing every soul with love, patience, and compassion. He does not turn away from those who seek Him. Rather, He welcomes them with open arms, ready to cleanse them of their past and offer them a fresh start. One of the most beautiful aspects of God's mercy is that it is available to everyone, regardless of their background, actions, or past mistakes. His mercy is not reserved for a select few, but is open to all who sincerely seek it. Whether a person has made a single mistake or has spent years going astray, His doors of mercy remain open. He does not judge harshly, nor does He turn away those who return to Him with a sincere heart. Even when we feel unworthy of His forgiveness, He continues to shower us with His love and grace, reminding us that His mercy knows no bounds. Throughout history, there have been countless examples of God's mercy. He has forgiven those who have committed great sins, guided those who were lost, and uplifted those who had fallen. The stories of the prophets and righteous people show us that no matter how dark our past may be, His mercy is always greater. He has repeatedly given second chances to those who thought they had no hope left. His mercy is not just about forgiveness. It is also about His patience, kindness, and willingness to help us improve. Even when we continue to make mistakes, He does not give up on us. Instead, He gently guides us back, giving us opportunities to grow and become better. His mercy is evident in our daily lives. Every new day is a sign of His forgiveness, a chance to start fresh and do better. The fact that we wake up each morning, breathe, and experience life is a reminder that He has not given up on us. He provides us with endless blessings, even when we do not deserve them. He protects us from harm, sometimes in ways we do not even realize. Often we may feel that things are not going our way, but in reality, He is guiding us towards something better. His mercy is not just about forgiving sins. It is about His constant care and concern for our well-being. There are times when we feel overwhelmed by guilt, believing that we have fallen too far to be forgiven. But God's mercy is far greater than any sin we could ever commit. He does not keep a record of our past mistakes when we sincerely repent. Instead, He erases them completely, as if they never existed. He encourages us to turn to Him, not out of fear, but out of love and trust in his boundless mercy. No matter how broken we feel, his mercy has the power to heal us, to restore our faith, and to bring peace to our hearts. Understanding God's mercy should inspire us to be merciful to others. Just as he forgives us despite our flaws, we too should learn to forgive those who hurt us. His mercy teaches us to be kind, patient, and compassionate, even when others make mistakes. If the Almighty, who has power over everything, can show such mercy, then surely we should also strive to be more forgiving and understanding. God's mercy is endless, always available and beyond human comprehension. It is the greatest source of hope for anyone who feels lost or burdened by their past. No matter what we have done, no matter where we are in life, his mercy is greater than our sins, greater than our fears, and greater than anything we could ever imagine. All we need to do is turn to him with sincerity, and his mercy will always embrace us, guiding us toward peace, forgiveness, and eternal love. God's love teaches us important values that shape our lives and guide us toward goodness, kindness, and righteousness. His love is not just a feeling. It is a source of wisdom that helps us understand how to live with compassion, patience, and humility. Through his love, we learn to be better individuals, to care for others, and to remain strong in the face of challenges. Every aspect of our lives is touched by his love, and through it, we gain the values that help us build meaningful relationships, develop strong character, and find purpose in our journey. One of the most significant values we learn from God's love is compassion. Just as he is compassionate toward us, we are encouraged to be compassionate toward others. His love teaches us to feel the pain of those who are suffering and to help those in need. Whether it is through kind words, a helping hand, or simple acts of generosity, compassion brings people closer and strengthens the bonds of humanity. His love reminds us that everyone deserves kindness, regardless of their background, mistakes, or struggles. When we show compassion, we reflect his divine love in our actions. Another important value that God's love instills in us is patience. Life is full of difficulties, and sometimes we feel lost, disappointed, or discouraged, but God's love reassures us that everything happens for a reason, and that patience leads to greater rewards. Just as he is patient with us despite our flaws and mistakes, we too should learn to be patient with ourselves, with others, and with life's challenges. His love reminds us that no hardship lasts forever, and with patience, we can overcome any obstacle. Forgiveness is another vital lesson we learn from God's love. No matter how many times we make mistakes, he is always willing to forgive us when we sincerely seek his mercy. His love is not conditional on perfection. Instead, it embraces those who repent and try to improve. This teaches us the importance of forgiving others. Holding on to anger and grudges only harms us, but when we choose to forgive, we free ourselves from negativity and open our hearts to peace and harmony. Just as he forgives without hesitation, we too should learn to let go of resentment and show mercy to those who wrong us. God's love also teaches us the value of humility. Despite being the creator of everything, he remains loving and merciful, never arrogant or harsh. His love teaches us that true greatness lies in humility. When we acknowledge our weaknesses, seek his guidance, and treat others with respect, we develop a humble heart. Humility allows us to grow, to learn from our mistakes, and to appreciate the blessings we have. It prevents pride from taking over and reminds us that we are all equal in his eyes. Another essential value we learn from his love is gratitude. Every blessing in our life, big or small, is a sign of his care for us. When we recognize his love in everything around us, the air we breathe, the food we eat, the people who support us, we develop a grateful heart. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, making us happier and more content. A grateful person sees the beauty in life and finds joy in even the simplest things. Finally, God's love teaches us hope. No matter how difficult life becomes, his love assures us that better days are ahead. Even in our darkest moments, his love shines like a light, guiding us toward peace and healing. When we feel weak, His love gives us strength. When we feel lost, His love directs us back to the right path. Hope is a powerful force that helps us keep moving forward, trusting that He has a greater plan for us. Through His endless love, God instills in us the values that define a meaningful and righteous life: compassion, patience, forgiveness, humility, gratitude, and hope are not just lessons, but gifts that help us become better people. When we embrace these values, we reflect His love in our actions and spread kindness in the world. His love is not just something we receive, it is something we live by, share, and pass on to others. God's love gives us hope and strength, guiding us through life's challenges and uncertainties. No matter how difficult our circumstances may be, His love remains a source of comfort and reassurance. It reminds us that we are never alone, that there is always a way forward, and that better days are ahead. His love is constant, unconditional, and powerful enough to lift us when we feel weak or lost. Through His love, we find the courage to face hardships, the resilience to overcome obstacles, and the hope to keep moving forward even when life feels overwhelming. Hope is one of the greatest gifts that comes from God's love. When we go through difficult times, it is easy to feel discouraged and believe that things will never get better. However, His love reassures us that no struggle lasts forever. Just as the night eventually turns into day, our hardships will also pass. His love reminds us that there is always hope, no matter how dark our situation may seem. Even when we cannot see a solution, He is already working behind the scenes, preparing something better for us. His love teaches us to trust that everything happens for a reason and that He will never abandon us. There are moments in life when we feel weak, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. We may feel burdened by worries, failures, or disappointments, but God's love gives us strength to carry on. His love is like an invisible force that lifts us up when we feel like giving up. He gives us the strength to endure pain, to rise after falling, and to believe in ourselves when we doubt our abilities. His love is not just a feeling. It is a source of power that helps us overcome the toughest challenges. It fills our hearts with the determination to keep going, no matter how hard the journey may be. His love also teaches us patience and perseverance. When we go through struggles, we may wonder why things are not improving immediately, but His love reminds us that every hardship has a purpose. Sometimes we must go through difficult moments to grow, learn, and become stronger. His love gives us the patience to endure hardships with faith, knowing that He will guide us to something better. Just like a seed takes time to grow into a tree, our struggles shape us into stronger and wiser individuals. His love teaches us to trust the process and believe that good things are coming, even if we do not see them yet. Another way His love gives us hope and strength is by surrounding us with the right people. He places supportive friends, family members, and mentors in our lives who encourage us when we feel weak. Sometimes His love reaches us through the kindness of others, a comforting word, a helping hand, or a simple reminder that we are not alone. His love works through people, showing us that there is always someone who cares, someone who understands, and someone who will walk with us through difficult times. God's love also strengthens us by giving us peace in our hearts. When we trust in His love, we no longer feel afraid of the future. We know that no matter what happens, He is in control. His love takes away our fears, fills us with confidence, and gives us the courage to face life with a positive mindset. Even in moments of uncertainty, His love reminds us that we are safe, protected, and guided by His wisdom. No matter what we go through in life, His love is always there to support us. It gives us hope when we feel lost, strength when we feel weak, and peace when we feel anxious. His love is the reason we keep going, keep believing, and keep fighting through every challenge. When we hold on to His love, we realize that we are never alone and that no obstacle is too big to overcome. His love is our greatest source of hope and strength, guiding us toward a brighter and better future.